My name is Roberta Cocci and I'm the co-founder of Latitudes Online and RMB Latitudes Art Fair.
So what sets RMB Latitudes Art Fair apart from other exhibitions in the city, and how does it showcase Joburg's art scene?
So I think what's really important for us is accessibility. And I think when most people think about viewing art, they think about it as a very formal activity and very serious activity. But for us, we see it completely differently. I think viewing art is one of the most joyous things that you can do. So what we've done for RMB Latitudes is try to reflect that ethos in the event. So we've chosen a beautiful indoor-outdoor venue which you can see, and people will be able to see art right throughout the venue, in the gardens, in these gorgeous marble halls and sandstone buildings, and there'll be amazing food and wine on display because we want people to come and really experience the art and not feel intimidated. And another thing that's very important to us is education and starting kids loving art from a very young age. So it's quite unusual for an art fair. We've created a beautiful kids area called the RMB Latitudes Young Artists Playground. And children from the ages of 5 to 12 will be able to come there and enjoy all kinds of activities, from immersive VR experiences to playing with Play-Doh, painting, and doing all kinds of fun activities.
All right. So how do you think events like RMB Latitude contribute to Joburg's reputation as a cultural hub and tourism destination?
So as we know, Johannesburg has a reputation as a very complex city, and much of its tourism is fueled by business rather than by leisure and culture. So it's incredibly important that we highlight just how creative the city is. It's filled with amazing stories of creatives and artists, and we need to share these loudly and proudly so that people can understand that this is actually one of the best and most vibrant cities in the world to live in.
So in your opinion, what role does art play in promoting tourism and economic growth in Joburg?
So what's really interesting is that researchers have found that the main reasons residents love their cities are its entertainment and social offerings, also how welcoming the city is, but most importantly to us, its aesthetics. So in other words, it's arts and culture. And that's why it's so important for communities and cities to invest in arts and cultures at all levels. And we call this creative placemaking, where we use the arts to develop an area and make it into a place that people really want to live, work, and congregate in. Yes.
What would you like residences that don't know much about art? What are they going to experience when they get here? Just anything you'd like to add that you think would be great for residents to know about the event itself.
Sure, I think a really fun thing is that we're partnering with a project called Open Studios Joburg, which is in the city centre, and there'll be shuttles running between our event and their event, so people will be able to go into the centre and see where the artists actually make the work in their studios. So it's going to be quite incredible. You'll be able to see more than 100 open studios and then come and see the final product of all their work at the fair itself.
Can you please introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Hi. My name is Kensan Mkari. I'm a special projects curator at RMB Latitudes Art Fair. I'm curating 3 special projects for this year's fair, namely International Galleries, Essay, and Index.
Cool. So can you tell us about the RMB Latitudes Art Fair, as well as other related events RMB has hosted, and how they have had an impact on the art community?
Okay, so after a 4-year hiatus, RMB Latitudes is back. This time around it's at Shepstone Gardens in Mountain View. The fair is taking place from the 26th to the 28th of May. So it's really exciting as an art fair experience because, one, its differentiator compared to other art fairs is that it's not at a convention center setting. So the new setting that we have, which is this beautiful environment you see here, is Shepstone Gardens, and the exhibition is basically divided into different sections, and it's more a celebration of the arts, with lifestyle-orientated brands joining us, namely Franschhoek Wines, Lexus sponsoring transportation, and other collaborators. A wide range. We have 40 galleries showing and over 200 artists showcasing their work, including independent artists. That's another differentiator and sort of selling point that we have. have. We're the first art fair in South Africa to have a platform dedicated and committed to independent artists.
Cool. Can you can you tell us about the RMB Young Artists Playground that they're gonna have?
Awesome. That's one of our special projects. Because it's a family-orientated art fair, we wanted it to, one, have like the whole ecosystem of art and not just accommodating like older people or adults, but also children, so people can bring their families. We have a program called Young Artists Playground. It'll be running for the duration of the fair. It'll have multiple activities for children, children between the ages of 7 and 11. These activities will include painting, environmentalist centered like art creations, a VR installation, collage and zine making workshops. So it's very broad in its spectrum, and it allows the parents to run around the art fair and do their thing without having to worry about their kids.
That's convenient. That's good. So how do you ensure that the RMB initiatives maintain the balance between showcasing established artists and emerging artists?
For a long time, independent artists have always been left on the periphery when it came to art fairs, you know, and this time around what we wanted to do, one, was to create a platform that allows galleries to find and discover new talent, but also introduce audiences to artists that they might not have otherwise discovered. So the overall theme and overall intention behind this art fair is to show the whole art ecosystem. So we're collaborating with Open Studios, for example, where we will be having shuttles leaving from Shepstone Gardens to Open Studios so that people can visit artist studios. And then here we'll have independent artists, international galleries, and local galleries showcasing art. So the opportunity here is to see the whole art ecosystem, you know, from the making of the work to meeting the artists, to meeting the gallerists and curators and art dealers from all these different spaces. So really it's a gathering of the whole art ecology, you know, and that doesn't really happen like often. So I think that's one of the greatest things actually about Latitudes Art Fair coming back, you know, bigger and better.
That's dope. Yeah. So what do you hope visitors will take away from the experience at the art fair this year?
I think the biggest takeaway, I mean, I've already gotten my takeaway from RMB Latitudes Art Fair, is that art is for everybody. You know, art is not just for rich people with deep pockets. You know, art is an experience. It's not just about ownership, but it's about community. It's about supporting each other, even if it's just showing up. You know, and I think there's a magic to that. You know, to the joy of discovery, one, you know, and to also finding out that the art world is not just an art world, but an art community, you know, and there's room for everybody. And that is one of the values of like RMB Latitudes, you know, showing that the ecosystem really is inclusive of everybody. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else to add? That you'd like for Joburg?
Bring your friends, bring your friends, come have some fun, come join us, come celebrate with us. Tickets are online, they're selling out fast, do your thing. Even if it's not about the art, you know, even if it's just about experiencing this beautiful venue, just come celebrate with us. Thank you.